Back with another episode of Good Game. I'm Raheem.
I'm Jalen. What's good, Ryan?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Today we got Aaron Thompson, point guard at Butler, and played over at PVI. What's good, Aaron?
Not much, man. Just trying to stay out the way, stay safe. You know how that go.
So you out Butler or you came back home?
I just got back home probably an hour ago.
Damn,
Wow.
okay.
So you just drove back down?
I got a flight earlier this morning. I've been running around, doing all type of stuff. My dad had to pick me up, so I've been running around with him all day. So no, there you go. Busy.
That's all right.
Now, we appreciate you for getting on, man. I know you, like you said, you only been home for hours, so we appreciate having you.
Nah, for sure. Jalen, my guy.
How I feel being back home though, after being at Butler this whole time.
Man, I feel good, man. You know, with everything going on, definitely feel good. Feel a little bit more safe. You know, all these different cities. I know my school, we in like a kind of big city, Indianapolis, and it's going crazy out there. So just be back home with the fam and feel a little bit more safe, secure, a little bit more commonplace for me. So for sure, definitely feel good to be home.
So Corona's ended you guys' season early. Were you guys playing in the tournament already, or?
So it's crazy, bro. It was like Creighton and St. John's is playing the game before us. We played right after them.
Okay.
And we was about to get on the bus to go to the gym, and we was about to go play Providence, and then everybody kept calling. It was like, y'all still playing? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't we? Because I'm not even I'm locked into the game at this point. I'm not even focused on nothing else. So I'm like, they come to this room. I'm like, we just got taped. Like, what's going on? They come to the training room. We had in the hotel, a little fake training room set up. And I'm like, yeah, come here. We just sitting there, and the coach come in. He like, yeah, so we not gonna play today. Big East tournament canceled. Everything canceled. And then I'm like, all right, so bet. So I'm tripping, but I'm not super tripping because I'm like, all right, we pretty much got an automatic bid to the tournament, kind of like we the top 5 seed in the tournament. I'm like, all right, bet we gonna go. Let's take this week off and get back to practice when we get back and all that. So I go out to eat with my parents, and we in New York, so it's kind of it's still kind of crazy. A lot of stuff going on, so we go out to eat, go shopping a little bit before we leave, and then we come back, and then I haven't even been on my phone, mind you, because my phone was blown up, so I kind of just shut it down. And people just kind of text me yo, good season, all that stuff. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, what y'all talking about? Good season. And then I come back and they're like, yeah, bro, they just canceled the NCAA tournament. When you going home? I'm like, going home? Cancel? I'm like, nah, I'm like, bro, they just canceled the Big East tournament.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you talking about? They just canceled Big East. They ain't canceled NCAA. They brought us back into that room. They so season over. I'm like, man. And this is crazy for us because we felt like this was
yeah. You feel
I'm like, man, this is good, man. It really devastated everybody on the team. It was just bro, because we know how much work we had put in that season. It was just kind of man, this can't be it. This can't be it. So, and I feel bad for our seniors because this is probably one of the best senior classes.
Yeah, man.
So, for sure.
Yeah, it's messed up because out of all 3 years, you think this was your best team?
Best, yeah. I definitely think this is the best team for sure. Just because of the run we went on in the beginning of the season, and then the ups and downs, how we sustained it, and how we were as a team, and how our leaders were. Me included, I think that our group of leaders were top tier for sure. So I think this is definitely one of the best teams. I think my freshman year we had a good team, but I think this was a little bit different.
Yeah, y'all definitely was gonna make some noise in the tournament for sure, man.
We was ready, bro. We was getting right back on track. We had won 3 in a row coming out of the regular season. I was just hurt before that, so I was just getting healthy. I was just starting to get my legs back under me and my feel back. So yeah, that was terrible.
Tell us about the early days when you first started playing ball, bro.
I was just I remember I had the ball in my hand probably around 4 or 5. I was just it was always basketball. And I had a basketball hoop in the basement growing up. Then I had my cousins. We always come over and play basketball after school, stuff like that. And then my brother, he started playing AAU when he was around 9. Then probably a year after he started, I started playing when I was around 6 or 7. And that's probably when me and you we started to know each other, Jalen. And And we started, what was it? I forgot what the first, Mitchell Trailblazers.
Yeah, it was Trailblazers. Yeah, that's when you used to wear the goggles and shit.
Yeah, holding up on, we got to take them all, wipe them off.
I already know how that be.
Gotta take all the joints up, yeah.
Remember, I get to crying after the game, or God with hit my face. But yeah, around that time, I started taking it a little serious. At like a young age, because I just fell in love with the game. So, and my dad, he played growing up. My brother played, so it was kind of like a part of me. So I was just kind of like just kind of take it on for myself.
Yeah, bro. When we was younger, you was the only person like always taking it serious. Every single possession, bro, it was always serious, bro.
Yeah, that shit was. You know your dad, the coach, you got to. So it's like
exactly. I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, when he yelling at you. He can't yell at nobody else if he not yelling at you, because it kind of looked like, oh, you got that favoritism for me. So he always was hardest on me, because how can he coach somebody else if he not coaching his son harder than anybody else and he not holding them to that extent? So yeah, that's how that went for me.
So how was it having your dad as a coach?
I mean, it was rough. I mean, I know like coming up, it was just like we kind of had a relationship where it was like two separate relationships, kind of like coach and then dad. So like come home. You get dad, and then you on the court in basketball. You get coach. So you kind of get two different relationships. I think it was beneficial for our relationship. I think it was beneficial for me, just being able to learn from him, have somebody that coached me, that actually cared about me, growing up, and then cared about my development. And then also, but I feel like my dad, he cared about everybody that was around the team. I don't know if you felt the same way, Jay, but I feel like my dad, he kind of like embraced everybody like they were his own kids. He kind of taught everybody, held everybody accountable like they was his own. So
speaking of playing with high major people, talk about that takeover team. You guys had some high prospect people on that team who played Division I basketball now. So talk about that team.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, so I played up my 16U year. I played 7. Me and Chris played 17U. Me, Chris, and DJ Harvey, we all played up 17. So that team was like loaded. We had like high major after high major. It was just like it was a good experience for me, because I usually was like the guy on the team. So for me, it was kind of a good chance for me to understand how to be a star in my role, kind of thing. Just being able to learn how to stand out, but they're still like sticking in within the team. So it was definitely a good experience for me. And I had a lot of fun. Then my 17U year, it was kind of we didn't have it as good as a team, but we definitely had a lot of fun playing together, because we all came up together and like not even playing with each other, but against each other. Like me, Ryan Allen, Eddie, all them dudes, like we played against each other. Me and Ryan, like he played on my first AAU team, so just me and him being able to play together again was a lot of fun for sure. And then that team, we had dudes like Luka Garza. He was like National Player of the Year on like every other newspaper other than the AP. So like dudes like that, just being able to play with them and learn from them, and then being able to say, get in the college, being able to be like, yo, that's my dude. Like I played with him in AAU, and dudes be kind of hating, like, man, you don't know him. Like, nah, that's really my dude for us, my guy. Yeah. Like, not just being able to say you're a part of that team. That team takeover family is definitely big.
So talk about playing with Paul VI. Your freshman year.
On that team was like 11 D1 dudes that went D1. Mm-hmm. So just being able to say I like even got minutes on that team as a freshman is like, for me, is an accomplishment, because I came in. I mean, you don't know what you're really getting into until you get there. I mean, you can listen to what the coach say and all that stuff. You can tell him, you can have him tell you that you're gonna play this amount of minutes and have him promise you all that stuff. But until you get there, you put the work in, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. So I can say I'm proud of myself being able to earn the minutes my freshman year, and being able to say I started some games with having dudes like Kevin Dorsey. And
there was Kevin Dorsey. Yeah.
Dorsey, Evan Taylor, Josh Reed, like dudes that's playing like pro ball right now, being able to say I played on that team as a freshman and got starter minutes and even started some games, and we won 3 championships that year, and we won a WCAC, and we won like a 15-0 run at the end of the season. So that was like big. I'm still proud of that to this day. So
did y'all win it all that year or no?
Yeah, we won it all. Yeah. We won WCAC, Virginia State, and we won Alhambra out in Cumberland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk about your progression through while you was at Paul VI. So you say you started off as freshman playing big minutes and stuff. How'd you progress all the way to senior year?
I started off my freshman year just coming in. I'm just coming in. getting some spot minutes, coming off the bench, and then grew into a bigger role as the season went on. Just started being more aggressive offensively, and then defensively, I was just kind of like, I kind of just had it already. Just had to get a little bit stronger. So then, as a sophomore, junior year, we had some struggles. We had some rough patches my sophomore, junior year. We weren't as good as a team. We still had a good talent. Like we had VJ King, we had Corey Manigault, we had Miles Douglas, Slater, and Harris, all them dudes. It wasn't a talent pit. I just don't think we were gelling well as a team. I think that was a big part of it. Of our downfalls those years. I think that as a team we didn't play together that much, but I think personally it helped me grow as a leader. Those 2 years, just seeing what not to do and what to do and how to help dudes be better players and how to make people around me better. So I think that was big for me, and how to affect the game in other ways other than scoring. I think that definitely helped me. And then my senior year, I think was definitely like a great year because I was like the only senior that really played. And then we had kind of like all young dudes. So like I kind of had to kind of like be the captain of the ship and just kind of like lead everything. And my role still wasn't like to go out there and score 20 points a night, but I was still kind of like controlling everything that happened on the court and like everything that happened off the court. So like I was just kind of like in control, like the whole program at that point. I think that elevated the program to where it is now. You got dudes like Jeremy Roach going to Duke, Slater, Nova, and Harris at UNC. And I feel like them dudes, they tell me, I talk to them almost every day, and they still tell me like they learned a lot from me and stuff like that. So I take a lot of pride in my career at PBI.
Talk about, like you said, your last year at Paul VI. You going into you obviously in your senior year. What made you choose Butler?
Yeah, so I don't know if I know the story, but I was committed to Pittsburgh at first, and then decommitted from Pittsburgh. And then I got my release, and it was down to a couple of schools. And I visited a couple of schools, and I just kind of felt Butler was the right fit for me on and off the court. It was just kind of like a good fit in terms of like the culture that they had and the basketball program and the community that they had off the court within the students, teachers, and how everybody just cared for each other. And in terms of just being successful, whether it's basketball or not basketball, I just felt like they kind of had a good support system behind their players, student athletes. So.
Your freshman year, your first year playing, how was that? How was the transition from high school to college?
I feel like my transition was a little bit easier than some other people just because of the program, the high school program that I came from was a lot more structured than probably a lot of other high school programs. So my transition was a little bit easier. It still was hard, don't get me wrong, because there's nothing that you can simulate college basketball, because from high school to college is like a completely different game, completely different speed. If you smart, I feel like my basketball IQ is what kind of allowed me to make that transition a little bit smoother. And my body, I had to get stronger. I had to work on a lot of skill stuff to be able to play. And I was fortunate enough to be able to come in and start after 3 games, just because I felt like my basketball IQ was a lot higher than a lot of people coming in to college basketball. I still wasn't a scorer or a scoring threat maybe that I am now, or I found ways to score without being able to shoot outside as well as other people. I still been able to find ways to be a better scorer, but even back then I wasn't as good a scorer as I am now. So just being able to find ways to affect the game, even as a freshman, impact the game offensively and defensively.
So out of all 3 years, you feel like your progression has really led you in the right direction. So talk about the team. Talk about the team aspect of it. How is it gelling with the team freshman year now?
I think all 3 years, I think we just had a group of good guys. Like I feel like our coaches do a good job of recruiting like good dudes that mesh within the program. They don't really recruit dudes that they know are going to like stand out or not mesh with the team, that people are not going to get along with us, going to butt heads. So I feel like shout out to our coaches for doing like a good job of recruiting dudes that'll fit our culture, and they know that'll fit. Our coaches, they don't really go out and recruit like the quote unquote best players, or just because they're the best players. Like if you don't fit, they probably not gonna recruit you no matter how good you are. Right, I feel like that's what probably makes our program a little bit different than other programs.
And talk about some things you want to work on or to improve on, for next year.
Just being more of just being able to hit an outside shot, hit a 3 here and there, or just keep the defense honest. And just keep growing in my leadership and my vocalness, and being able to help young guys. Because we got a lot of young guys coming in. We got about 7 new dudes coming in this year. Yeah. So just being able to grow my ability to lead them and teach them, I think that'll be a lot lot more beneficial than anything coming into my senior season, just because a lot of the guys around, like, they know what to do. I know what's going on, and I know what I need to do to be able to affect the game. But just being able to teach them and pick them up so they catch them up to speed quicker, because it's time now. We don't get the summer. We got the summer off, so it's gonna be a lot coming into the fall for them. Just learning everything new. It's gonna be a lot for me, because as much as I try to simulate stuff at home like that we do back at school, it's like there's nothing that you can do kind of to like simulate that stuff that we do in practicing in the game. And that's just gonna have you like dog tired. Like this stuff is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right, so after college, what's your plans? What you trying to do, man?
Man, obviously, I mean, just keep trying to play basketball, take this thing as long as I can. I mean, I've been playing for so long. I mean, I just want to take it as far as I can, just keep my body up, keep it healthy and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not sure, man. I don't know. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. It's getting to that time where I'm senior in college, so just trying to figure out what you're gonna do after. There's a lot of stuff that I'm interested in. So yeah, I don't know. Just keep all my options open. But play as long as possible for sure.
I know, I think this year was probably one of the best years I've seen basketball sometimes, because this year was like a year we did not know who was going to win.
Yeah.
So who's your team, and what else you thought about the season?
Man, I don't got a team, but I'm trying.
Got a player? You got a specific player?
A player? I don't know. I'll probably say D'Angelo Russell, my favorite player.
Right.
But I'm trying to think of a team that I was really going for it. I probably say I wanted the Lakers to win, just because I felt like LeBron was getting a lot of hate.
Yeah. That's hate.
I thought he was turning up.
He was turning up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He was turning up, bro.
But I'd probably say Dame and D'Lo probably my favorite players, just because Dame a dog. Like he don't say nothing. Like he just if you say something to him, you gonna get it. So like,
he get a killer.
Yeah,
he got the killer in him.
Yeah, killer. So like, he ain't even gonna say nothing to you, but if you say something to him, you gonna get it. So
yeah. I think Dame is one of the most underrated people in the NBA as well. So him and Bradley Beal.
The thing is, he get recognition still, but he's still underrated to me. Like he's still like, if he went on, he's getting like 60, 50, 55 back to back.
Yeah, he'd go 9 games with over 40 points. 10 games with over 40 points.
Regular people ain't doing that like
at all. So, who would you say your game reminds you of in the NBA?
My game, I'd probably say probably a little bit of TJ McConnell. That's why I watch film on the most, probably TJ McConnell.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because he's not a shooter. He defends. He run the team, and he's just kind of like, he's just super smart. And
he runs the team very well. Very, very well. He knows how to control the pace of the game.
Sure.
He reminds me kind of like a Chris Paul without the shot, kind of. Everybody.
Like he's just super crafty and just trying to learn from him how to play under control, getting into playing with pace, all that stuff. I just try to learn him. I like Patrick Beverly, tenacity, all that stuff.
Oh, he's a dog.
That's
on defense. Mm-hmm. The mind games he played with people is just ridiculous too.
I just try to learn after them dudes, because I feel like if they could do it, like I can do it. So they can't really shoot that well. So I know I'll be able to develop that shot eventually. Like just keep working, it'll come. So I just feel like just being able to learn after them dudes and take after them is big for me.
And it's crazy you said that, because Jalen also was talking about how when he played with you when he was younger, he talked about how you really controlled the pace of the game. And that's crazy to compare yourself to TJ McConnell, because I was asking Jalen, what's a player he think you play like? But now that I think about it, like the way he describes the game is definitely TJ McConnell.
Sure. I feel like a lot of dudes try to like compare themselves to
the top players.
Yeah, it's just like you find somebody that you can relate to, and I can relate to that personally. It's like I understand. I feel like a lot of people aren't comfortable with who they are as a player. I feel like I'm 100% comfortable who I am as a player. I can tell you, like I can't shoot. Like I'm fine who I am. I play defense. I get my dudes involved. I win. So like I'm comfortable with that. So.
Good stuff, man. I was telling Raheem, man, my brother, he always used to try to model his game after you. He used to be obsessed with your game. He realized he used to sit and study your game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But go ahead, Ryan.
One last question. I'm sorry. What would you say your seriousness come from? Because I could tell you very structured. Like,
serious, dude.
Hell, bro. So what would you say your structure come from, bro?
Yeah, I'd probably say my dad. Like probably my dad, my mom. Just because I don't know. I just feel like it's always just been like a business like approach to it. It's just like If you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it. You're gonna go for it all. It's like you ain't gonna take no days off. It's like you're gonna go for it all. It's like, and for me personally, that's just kind of like my demeanor anyway. It's like I just kind of like laid back and just I don't know. I just kind of just go about my business. Don't get into the extra stuff. No rah-rah, nothing like that. It's just kind of like I'm gonna go do my job and just move on. It's just like, and then I'm gonna go to the next spot, do my job, and it's kind of one of the things. It's like ain't no need to be all a part of wanting to do all the extra stuff and all that. For me, it's not. It's just like it's just energy consuming. It's just like I already got enough stuff going on, so it's just like I just go do my job and just have fun with it. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, man, before we wrap up, man, you got anything you want to promote or anything, man?
Nah, not really, man. But I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, bro. We really appreciate you, bro.
My dad right here. You want to say what's up?
Yeah, let's say what's up to Coach Tony, man.
You right here.
What's up, Coach Tony? What's up, big dog? I'm all right. How you?
Trying to make it, man.
I feel you.
Y'all stay safe, man.
You too. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you right here. Appreciate you, Jalen, for sure. If you ever need something, y'all even need something, just hit me up, man, for sure.
No question, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Love it, bro.
For sure.
Sure.